Well, good morning, everyone.
Yeah, good morning.
Happy to be here. I'm
We're
Mark
both
Stanton
happy to
Welch.
be here.
There's a long statement about me coming up. Here we go. It took away my travel. It told me stay at home. It's been here over 2 months. I am facing me alone. I've looked into the shadows for all I never chose to say, and I kinda see myself in a brand new way. I used to paint myself in judgments that's from a long forgotten pain. I would sabotage my progress and wonder why things stayed the same. I'd get scared and call for saviors and keep solutions on the shelf. And now I'm sitting here and wonder how I survived myself. I've been stumbling, dragging that load of my past like a ball and chain, never taking time to turn from the me that I had learned. So devoted to my story, the one I was addicted to believe that would define me, till this time came from nowhere. This time that came from nowhere set me free, set me free. You can say I've been delivered by a sweeping, swirling change. I found myself shake and shiver until life was rearranged. Took the hand that was reaching and we jumped into the well. And now I celebrate this moment, how I survived myself. 'Cause I've been stumbling, dragging that load of my past like a ball and chain, never taking time to turn from me that I had learned. So devoted to the story, the one I was addicted to believe that would define me, till this time that came from nowhere. Until this time that came from nowhere set me free, set me free. Da, da, da. As you can say, I've been delivered by a sweeping, swirling change. I forced myself to shake and shiver until this life was rearranged. I took this hand that was reaching and we jumped into this well. And now I celebrate this moment, how I survived myself. Yes, how I survived myself. From so far back, how I survived myself. Yeah, how I survived myself.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Mark Stanton Welch, everybody. Woo!
Yay! The fan went wild. I love it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Good morning, beloveds. My name is Reverend Elizabeth Rowley, and I am the spiritual director at the Central Coast Center for Spiritual Living, located in Templeton, California, and we're broadcasting today. We're live here from San Luis Obispo, California, and Mark is in Cambria.
In Cambria,
yes. And we've got Gina, who's our production manager here live from Paso Robles, and we've got Charlie here, who's in Atascadero, and Reverend Diane will be joining us from Los Osos. So welcome. Welcome to the Central Coast Center for Spiritual Living, where all that we ask is you remain open to the possibility of changing your entire life by changing your mind. This service has been designed especially for you. Welcome home. And now I would like to read our affirmation, and I invite you to please repeat after me. Love guides my hands in divine right action.
Love guides my hands in divine right action.
I bless these hands
I bless these hands
for all they have done
for all they have done
and for all they have yet to do.
and for all they have yet to do.
And so it is.
And
so it is.
And now Travis will introduce our musician for today.
Oh, this is my favorite part.
That's great. That's right. My name is Travis, and I am the music director here at the Central Coast Center for Spiritual Living. It is my great pleasure to introduce today's guest musician, Mark Stanton Welch. I'm going to read a short bio and invite Mark to play us another song. So Mark Stanton Welch is a singer-songwriter, an educator, a facilitator, a sound and vibration alchemist, and a visionary. For over 20 years, his creations have touched the hearts and minds of New Thought audiences worldwide. Mark is a prolific in his creations and enjoys writing songs and music specifically for events. He has created many partner and group songs that invite participants to share, dance, and connect more deeply and profoundly. You can visit his website at markstantonwelch.net, where he's got not only music CDs for purchase, but also digital downloads and even a lot of curriculum for deeper learning. And so if you would like to go on that quest for some deeper learning, get to know yourself a little bit more, take Mark Stanton Welch home in an appropriate way, you can visit his website. You can also find him on YouTube, where he's got a lot of video content on their live events and some great songs. And with that, it is my great pleasure to introduce our dear friend, Mark Stanton Welch. Take it away.
Hey, thank you, Travis. Nicely done. Yay. Hands. Hands reaching out, taking hands. It's kind of what things are going on at this point. So to follow the idea of what this is about today, I have a song that was created for what we called the Youth of Unity, teenagers, at an event that I did in 2013. And it's going to be a sing-along, so I'm going to do a line and then invite you to do the same, and I'll sing it a little bit softer. Here I am, it's now. Here I am, it's now. I am here as me. I am here as me. So many journeys run, so many journeys run, and still I have this yearning. Still I have this yearning. I have lived and I have learned. Come on. I have lived and I have learned. Is it time to take another turn? Take another turn. Then an invitation is reaching out a hand. Then an invitation is reaching out a hand. Shall I take it? Shall I take it? Or shall I simply stand here? Or shall I simply stand here? La da 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 da. Da 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 da. Together. La da 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 da. Da 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 da. I have lived and I have learned. Come on. I have lived and I have learned. Is it time to take another turn? Is it time to take another turn? Then an invitation is reaching out a hand. Then an invitation is reaching out a hand. Shall I take it? Come on. Shall I take it? Shall I take it? Shall I take it? Or shall I simply stand here? Or shall I simply stand here? Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you, Mark.
You're welcome.
Man. All right. With that, I will wish you all good morning, love streamers. That's right. We want to thank you for joining our live stream here on Facebook Live or on YouTube. Or if you're watching on the replay, we want to welcome you. With that, I will now read our mission statement. With everything we do, we aim to raise the vibe. We teach innovative spiritual practices and principles that inspire a deeper love of self and others, transformation, a closer relationship with God, freedom from suffering, expansive joy, prosperity, and healing of the body, mind, and spirit. We are a conscious group of positive, inspired, spiritually motivated individuals transforming lives. We just happen to have a spiritual center. Want to check us out?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right. We don't have any slides, but I'm going to go through some of these announcements really quick. I would like to invite you to please join us for coffee and conversation at 11 a.m. via Zoom. Gina will provide the link in the comment section here, and you can also find it on our center's webpage in the coffee and conversation event. And then at about 11, well, it'll be 11 or 11:30, 11-ish. Yeah, there it is. We also we build our immunity and spiritual community, and so we have a daily check-in call Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Zoom. This is a spiritual connection call where we can get together and talk about what's on our heart. And friends, there's a lot going on, so I invite you to be in community, build your immunity and spiritual community on those daily Zoom calls. Once again, that's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And you can also find this link on our Facebook page. You'll want to also check out Reverend Elizabeth and myself on Facebook Live for Date Night with God this Wednesday night at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for 30 minutes of prayer, meditation, and a little bit of music. It's a spontaneous love fest. Next week, our special guest musicians are Bob Sima and Shannon Plummer, Where the Light Gets In. So this is going to be fabulous. And that's next week. Lastly, if you are able, please remember to continue to donate to our center during this unique time. Our operations are fully supported by your generosity, and we're looking forward to gathering at our physical center in the future. You can donate here on the Facebook Live with the donate button. There's also a PayPal link that Gina will provide to donate in the, she'll put that in the comment section. You can also visit our landing webpage and click the donate link in the center of the page. We appreciate you. We love you. Thank you for your consideration. Thank you for your generosity. We miss you. We look forward to being together in our physical location, but we just send out our love, our raise and praise for all the technology platforms that allow this virtual community gathering. And with that, my beloveds, that has been the announcements. I am Travis Hogue, your announcements angel, bidding fairly well.
All right. Thank you, Travis. It's so good to be here today. I just want to remind you all that if you have a prayer request, I invite you to please send that into info@cccSL.org, and your ecclesiastical team, which consists of myself, Reverend Diane, our amazing assistant spiritual director, and Maria Bucaro, who is a licensed practitioner, and she's outreach. So she's still with us, even though she's not here in the physical, like we are.
Virtual, baby.
Yes, thank you. So you can send your prayer requests to info@cccSL.org. And now I would like to turn it over to Charlie for our Science of Mind reading. Good morning, Charlie.
Good morning, everyone. Charlie Carlin here. Today is healing power. We are all immersed in the atmosphere of our own thinking, which is the direct result of all we have ever said, thought, or done. Thought attracts that which is like itself and repels what is unlike. We are drawn toward those things which we mentally image. Most of the inner processes of our thought have been unconscious. But when we understand the law, we learn to consciously embody what we wish and think only. And then, when we think of this only, we are silently drawn toward it. We must become actively constructive and happy in our thinking, not merely passively so. New and wholesome ideas of life, vitality, and hope must be accepted and incorporated into the substratum of our mental life, so that a more wholesome externalization of may manifest in our bodily connection and environment. The Spirit can do for us only what it can do through us. Unless we are able to provide the consciousness, it cannot make the gift. It must become operative through our own thought. We shall see that what we need is not some greater power, but a greater consciousness, a deeper realization of life, a more sublime concept of being, a more intimate concept of the already indwelling God who is personal to us by virtue of being personified through us. Thought force is a movement of consciousness in a field of mechanical but intelligent law. The physical universe is spirit in form. Thought is the conscious activity of the one thinking and works as directed through the law, and this law can be consciously set in motion. The law will work for one. The law will work for all to the fullest extent of their own belief and understanding of it. A realization of the presence of God and is the most powerful healing agency known to the mind of man. And so it is.
And so it is. Well, thank you, Charlie. So we allow that beautiful energy of Charlie's spiritual reading to move us into our time of prayer. And I'm going to invite us to have both of our feet firmly on the ground, our crown to the ceiling, allowing our spine to be nice and straight, relaxing our shoulders, and gently closing our eyes as we all take a nice, deep, deep breath together. Releasing any fears, doubts, or concerns, allowing room for affirmative thoughts to move in. God is the power and the presence in all and through all. God is peace. God is love. God is compassion. and God is divine justice. And as we reach out to all of our brothers and sisters throughout this world, heart to heart, hand in hand, we stay connected to each other as no one is ever alone. Our circle is infinite, and we embrace everyone in unconditional love. Love is light. It is like a magnet that pulls us all together. It is the most powerful healing energy in the universe. It is boundless. And we take this boundless energy of love, and together we build a stronger country as we stay close to God, as we stay close to each other, and we don't let go. God never lets go of us, as God is right there within us all the time. And as we move into this wonderful sacred service today, infinite possibilities I know will come up for all of us as Reverend Elizabeth blesses us with her light and her generosity of spirit, as she allows that divine stream of consciousness to speak through to her, and it radiates throughout this whole wide world. Yet her message is so personal to each of us. She is wisdom, she is light, she is on fire. And we're so grateful for her presence. I'm grateful for Mark, who has started us off with this beautiful healing music, as he always brings to our center. And Travis, our music director, you are so talented. Charlie, your energy of compassion, and Gina, you are the super glue that holds us all together. But most importantly, I want to thank each and every one of you that are watching right now, or maybe later on. Wherever you are on your spiritual journey, thank you for blessing us with your presence, and thank you for your continued support to our center. I also send out prayers for everyone that is in service right now during this very tender time. You are the angels, and we thank you. We thank you. And so, feeling complete and full of gratitude, I simply release my prayer into the law of goodness. It is so sweet. And we say all together, and so it is.
That was magnificent. And now we'll take that energy and we'll go ahead and do some spiritual aerobics. This is a call and response song. I bring it down from the heavens, bring it down from the heavens, pull it up from the earth, I pull it up from the earth. I bring it down from the heavens, down from the heavens, pull it up from the earth, I pull it up from the earth. And then I put it in my middle, I put it in my middle, I put it in my middle, I put it in my middle. Coming down from the heavens, bring it down from the heavens, pull it up from the earth, pull it up from the earth. I bring it down from the heavens, down from the heavens, pull it up from the earth, pull it up from the earth. And then I put it in my middle, I put it in my middle, send it down to my feet, down to my feet. I pull it up to my hips, up to my hips. I pull it up to my hips, up to my hips. My hips go round and 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 round. I bring it down from the heavens, I pull it up from the earth. I bring it down from the heavens, I pull it up from the earth. And then I put it in my middle, I send it down to my feet, I bring it up to my heart. It's all around my heart. And I'm safe and warm, yes, I am safe and warm, yes, I am safe and warm, I am safe and warm. I send it out through my hands, I send it out through my hands, into the people I serve, into the people I serve, into the people I serve, into the people I serve. I bring it down from the heavens, I pull it up from the earth. So fill me up, love like beauty, love like beauty. Always a connection, always a connection. I will never let go, I will never let go. Fill me up, love like beauty, love like beauty. Always a connection, always a connection. I will never let go, never let go. I bring it down from the heavens, I pull it up from the earth.
Woo! Well, yes.
Amen.
Bring it down from the heavens, pull it up from the earth. Beautiful. Wow. Thank you, Mark.
You are
So glad
welcome.
you're here with us. Woo!
Me too.
Yay. Blessings. Hello, everyone. Wow. So what an intense week it's been. Oh my gosh. I am just so happy to be here with you today and happy to share this time with you. I know that all of us are tender right now, as you could hear in the opening treatment and in the reading. And yeah, so hello. And this morning, I don't know if any of you were able to watch this morning the NASA the folks, the astronauts who had launched from the U.S. soil for the first time in 9 years from Kennedy Space Center in Florida. Yesterday morning, they docked from the SpaceX Dragon to the International Space Station. This is the first time in 9 years. That is outstanding. And this is so outstanding in the midst of all around us. The world is kind of on fire right now, right? And so it's been on fire with rage and fury for the past few days, and protests have turned into riots, and here we have what humanity can do, you know? So we can launch to the space station. We can also end racism. And so I'm not here today to repeat the news. Everybody knows what's going on. You know, we're sheltered at home. You know, we had COVID-19 and we all started sheltering at home, and we kind of got into this that we were going through together as one human family. We started to experience this level of oneness in a way that we haven't ever before. And now we're seeing, or we have seen, racism and the effects of that on our humanity as well. And so what are we going to do about it is the question of the day, is it not? So I've been stepping back into the observer mode and becoming the observer and looking at what's happening all around and how people are responding, and it's like all of it, right? The container is large enough to hold all of this. And so as Reverend Diane shared in her prayer, we draw the circle and we make it larger. And we include everyone. And so including everyone in that level of unconditional love and safety is what is called for. And so there's a healing that is needed. And that healing is revealing more God. And it's not just words that I'm talking about today. I mean, I'm talking with words so that you'll understand me, but we have a call to action. All of us have a call to action. And so we're called to specifically step out of this sense of confusion and out of the distraction of the moment, whatever that may be for for each of you and step into what you're being called to do, and that is to understand what's going on and to begin to be a part of that solution. So Travis and I were up until 1 a.m. on Saturday morning watching the live videos from the protests, which turned into riots in Minnesota. And then we were up pretty late last night also, just sending love, light, healing, and blessings to everyone, and witnessing what's going on, because we're not called to be an ostrich and stick our heads in the sand and act like it's not happening. Like if we don't see it, it's not going to happen. This is happening. And so it's happening in front of us, and we are called to into action, right? But what is that action? And so, and for those of you who for some reason don't know about this, I'm just going to talk about it briefly. So on Monday, May 25th, George Floyd, an unarmed Black man, was murdered by the police officer Derek Chauvin in Minnesota. And it was caught on surveillance video by a local restaurant. And that video went viral. The police officer and the 3 other officers involved were fired immediately, and Derek Chauvin has since been charged with murder and in the 3rd degree and is in custody at this time. So, yeah, let's take a deep breath together. That happened. So a colleague of mine, Reverend Masando Mike Haroka, wrote on his Facebook page, and I resonated with this. He wrote, "Let's be real. This was murder. And will we be the ones to allow this to continue? Or will we be the ones to ensure and demand that the racism baked into our systems and ourselves be rooted out, healed, and brought to an end?" And so I don't know about you, but I am all about being the ones that will ensure and demand that it end. And so we can't control other people. We're metaphysicians and we are religious scientists, and we have come here to do the work that is necessary for our souls. And so the work that we're being called to do is to be a part of the solution, to be a part of shifting the tide of racist ideology and consciousness. And we can do that, as uncomfortable as it may be, since we have begun to learn to be comfortable in our discomfort since we started sheltering in place back in March. So it's time. The things that we can do and the things that I have committed to doing, I invite you to join me in those. And those are by beginning with picking up and reading these 2 books. The first one is White Fragility: Why It's So Hard for White People to Talk About Racism by Robin DiAngelo. And the second is Why Are All the Black Kids Sitting Together in the Cafeteria? And Other Conversations About Race. And that one is by Beverly Daniel Tatum. And so we'll put those in the link after the service. We'll put those in the comments so that you can look into those. And as I said, I've ordered both of these books, and I'm committed to reading both of them by the end of June, so that not only I have an understanding, but I begin to uproot the racism that it has been baked into our society, and the levels of it that we were all born into. You know, I mean, we may not be consciously racist. I don't think any of us that participate in these Sunday services are. There may be, but none that I know of. So it's this level of us that's not always conscious of it, right? So we were born into something, and believe it or not, on recoveryconditioning.com, and purchase that book to look at the 12 steps of how that goes. So these are 3 very small things that we can begin to do to understand what's happening and to uproot the systemic racism that is baked into our systems. It starts with me. It starts with you. I'm ready. I am willing. I am committed. How about you? Are you ready, Travis?
Yeah,
Are you willing?
Yeah,
Are you committed? He says, let's do it. Let's do this. So this is what we do. We get to work, treat and move your feet, right? Prayer is not enough. So we are also praying. It's that and. So it's both. Treat and move your feet. We are praying about this, and we are also doing our part to heal what's in ourselves. Now, this weekend, I listened to Reverend Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith, who I love, and he spoke about this healing that is needed. And he spoke to how this is really a cry for healing and a cry to uproot the narrative about inferior and superior races. Now, we are called as a society to fade the imprint of this, to effect a healing psychologically, spiritually, and emotionally. The time is up for racism. The time is up. So this week I was pondering critical mass. And I thought to myself, if enough of us begin to do this work, maybe it is possible. I think it is possible that we can actually affect change in our culture. Do you agree?
Yeah.
He said yes. I mean, if you think about women's rights, gay rights, civil rights, we've come a long way with all of these, and we still have work to do. And so we're committed. I am ready. I am willing. I am committed. And so I want to talk a little bit about critical mass. So you guys have heard of the 100th monkey phenomenon. Now there is question about whether it's really accurate or whatever. However, it's a very instructive story. And so it goes like this. In 1952, on the island of Koshima, scientists were providing monkeys with sweet potatoes. And they had dropped these sweet potatoes in the sand. And the monkeys really liked the taste of the sweet potatoes, but they weren't so fond of the gritty sand. And so one of the monkeys learned that she could go to the ocean and rinse off the sweet potatoes, and voila, no sand, no grit, and it was delicious. And so the little monkeys taught their friends, and then their friends all taught their mother monkeys and their daddy monkeys, until everyone was washing their sweet potatoes with the water so that they didn't have sand anymore. Now, this was a cultural innovation, and it was picked up by so many different monkeys before the eyes of the scientists who were studying this. And it was between 1952 and 1958 when all of the young monkeys had learned to do this. And the other adults who weren't paying attention or didn't want to participate in this, they just continued eating their sweet potatoes with sand, because they were the rebels. And so something startling took place, though, in 1958. Suddenly, a certain number of monkeys were washing sweet potatoes and eating their delicious sweet potatoes. And it's not known exactly what the number of monkeys were, but they're calling it 99. So let's say there were 99 monkeys who were all washing their sweet potatoes and had learned. And then let's further suppose that later that morning, the 100th monkey learned to wash the potatoes. That's when it happened. By that evening, everyone in the tribe was washing their potatoes, and suddenly it jumped to another island. It jumped the sea. And so colonies of monkeys on other islands and the mainland troop of monkeys at Takasakiyama began washing their sweet potatoes as well. So the moral of that story is that when a certain critical number achieves an awareness, this new awareness may be communicated from mind to mind. And so what we are looking to achieve critical mass with is this healing. So as we all begin to look at the racism and what that is and what that means for us in our own lives, each one of us, even if you think you don't have that, right? Especially if you think you don't have that, that we begin to all look at that, and we start today by ordering these books and doing our part, and we begin to uproot it. We begin to create that healing that Reverend Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith talked about, creating that healing and ending this concept and idea that there is an inferior and superior race. And so, as uncomfortable as it may be, I can get behind that. How about you?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So that's what we can do. That's what we'll do. That's what I'm doing. And that is my call and invitation for you. So I'm ready, I'm willing, and I'm committed. Now, I want to be sure that you remember not to distract yourself from the issue at hand by asking, how did God allow this to happen? We don't believe in a big daddy in the sky, my friends. The question we should be asking ourselves is, how did I allow this to happen? And not even that, how can I prevent this from happening in the future? What can I do? Where can I begin? I got the God bumps from that because it's powerful, right? So we are each taking responsibility in our own lives, and that's powerful. So that means that you can no longer go, well, they need to change this, and they need to not allow this and that. You need to not allow this. I need to not allow this, and we begin by doing our work. This is powerful, my friends. So the answer for me is to begin by speaking to you about this and by me reading these two books. And I ask you again, are you with me?
I'm with you.
Okay.
I want to be that 100th monkey.
Yeah. Right? What if you're the 100th monkey? What if you are the person that the whole world is waiting for to do this work? What? Why couldn't you just do it, right? It seems ridiculous. Like, I'll do it, And that's what really called to my heart, too. What if I am the person to do this work and then the healing occurs? It makes me almost weepy. Like, we've got work to do. We've got our work to do, and we will do it. Yes?
Yeah. Let's do it.
So the topic today is these hands. And so I wanted to begin with that because we are all so tender. And before getting on this service today with you, I looked at different communities. And so I viewed the Central Coast Center that's us, the Center for Spiritual Living, Santa Rosa. I viewed the Spiritual Living Center, Atlanta. Santa Rosa's Edward Fillion, and Atlanta was David Alexander. And I looked at Amy Steinberg has something that I can't remember the name, Hala, whatever that is. And I don't remember the acronym. And then I was looking at Fort Collins, Unity Fort Collins. And there's also going to be a stream that's happening today. There was a recorded service with the Unity of Sacramento with the Reverend Kevin Ross and also some of our leadership of Centers for Spiritual Living. So that's going to be available later today. I invite you to look that up, Unity of Sacramento with Kevin Ross and David Alexander and a few other spiritual leaders. So, so these hands, right? What can these hands do? I mean, I invite you in this moment to look at the backs of your hands. Look at them. Inspect them. What do you see? There's lines, you see skin. What else do you see? Just look at the back of your hands. All of my my gel dip nails have come off, so I'm very happy that they're clean. Now look at the palms of your hands. How much work have these hands done? How much work have these hands done, and how much more will they do? What did you do with these hands in the past couple of days? I worked on puzzles. I did some typing. I did some dishes. I did some laundry, helped prepare some food. And there's much more for these hands to do. Consider all that these hands have done in your entire life. Now consider all that they will do in the future. Bless these hands. I love doing baby blessings, and part of that is blessing the little parts of the baby's body. And one of the things is bless these hands for all of the typing and the dishes and the hands that will be held by these hands and the hugs that will occur with these hands and the prayers that will be said, and you'll have this energy of your praying hands together and the text messages and all that the hands will do. So I love doing those blessings. And bless these hands, my friends. These hands can build a road, heal a heart, and move mountains. These hands can change the world, for these are the hands of God. These are also the hands that can, yes, play guitar or another musical instrument, piano, whatever they may do. These are the hands that paint and write, sculpt. What else? Put it in the comments section. These hands are the hands that make clay pots from Buntai.
No,
Oh, Lori, our beloved Lori Bergvall, she makes clay creations. Yes, these are the hands of God. And so we are instruments of the divine. And we all know that. We've been talking about that all month. The seat of the soul, listening to your heart, and I can't remember all the other topics right now, but we've been talking about how we are instruments of the divine. We are souls with bodies, like this physical body. These hands are God's hands, and we've been given these hands to use. What will you use them for? What will you use them for? Now, I love I believe it's Dr. Harry Morgan Moses. He wrote the outline for today's sermon, and he included this: my life is the life of the divine made manifest. Spirit works through me in the world. These hands are the hands of God. What is mine to do? What actions am I to take to live my call and my life's purpose? And then he quotes St. Teresa of Avila: Christ has no body now but yours. No hands, no feet on earth but yours. Yours are the eyes through which it looks compassion on this world. Yours are the feet with which he walks to do good. Yours are the hands through which he blesses all the world. Yours are the hands. Yours are the feet. Yours are the eyes. Yours are this body. We are souls with a body. Let our souls shine. Our souls want to radiate this love. Our souls want to create healing in the world and healing of this racism. We're so over it. We are done with it. Yes, we're done with that. Now, our founder, Dr. Holmes, clearly states the birth of the soul into the light of spirit is an awakening to the realization that God has been with us all the time, that we are the sons and daughters of God, not in the hereafter, but in the now, right now. It is our true nature. We are the one and only unique expression of spirit, and we are here to embody this truth and wake up to our divinity. We are here to stop playing small. It doesn't serve you to play small. It may have served you up until now, but you are here. I am here. We are all here to be big for God. Yeah, we're here. We're here to show up. It's not a dress rehearsal. Yes. Thank you, Travis. This is it. We're here to show up and play big. This is not a dress rehearsal. So I have another piece I wanted to read. So today is also Pentecost Sunday, and it is based on the story in Acts 2 of the Bible. And Pentecost Sunday is a day when the disciples spent time in the upper room. until a collective spiritual realization occurred. And so here we are spending our time in the upper room, yes? And we're not just waiting for a collective spiritual realization. We're in the upper room and we are doing the work. We are doing the work that we have come here to do because we are souls with bodies and we have something to do. And so Reverend David Alexander wrote this. I think he woke up at 3 a.m. on Saturday and he shared this on his Facebook page. Fires of rage in our cities burn. The pain of injustice in our stomach churn. Holy Spirit, ignite in me the capacity to see that this is your work so that I may do our work. Have I not known such pain, frustration, boiling point rage? Am I unfamiliar with being fed up? Holy Spirit, ignite in me the capacity to see. Racism is the disease that is spread. Whiteness is my cross, and this is the sound of the Pentecost. Wow, that's powerful. So I believe it was last week when I talked about not condemning, right? Be judge free. It's not ours to condemn others. You see someone not wearing a mask. What is that calling up in you to be healed, right? Let go of judgment. And so what a great opportunity it is again for us to all let go of judgment. You're getting upset probably about the protests that have turned into riots. You're going to have to let that go. It's just another distraction from you and the call for you to do the work that you came here to do by ordering and reading those books as the starting point. Okay. So we're going to let go. Yeah, it's upsetting and it's sad. And so we are continuing to bring that part into prayer. We bring that into our hearts and send out divine love. So we are the light workers. We are the light workers. The time is up with systemic racism. These hands can build a road, heal a heart, and move mountains. These hands, God's hands, can move mountains, my friends. These hands can change the world, for they are the hands of God. Our call to action this week is to bless these hands for all they have done and all they will do. Take time each day to look at your hands. Have a holy and reverent moment with these hands. Honor what they have done and what they are yet to do. And do the work that is necessary to root out this racism that is baked into our society. And you're going to do this by purchasing and reading these two books, White Fragility and Why Are All the Black Kids Sitting Together in the Cafeteria? This is our start. This is our starting point. I am committed. I am ready. I am available for this work. So, excuse me. Let's take a deep breath. It's a little shout out to Morro Bay on my cup there. What's up, Morro Bay? Morro Bay in the house. Okay, so before we close, we can do this work together, you guys. Don't lose hope in humanity. People are upset. There's outrage. They've been bottled up for a while. We've been sheltering at home. And so, as we know, the feelings and emotions have been magnified, have they not? And so, hold them all in your hearts. Hold them with love. Now, before I close, I want to just share. For some reason, I felt called to share with you some of my shopping adventures. I don't know about you, but I've been shopping online through this pandemic, and I thought it was a little funny. So one of the things that I had to have was a sharper image socket shelf. Yes, it's a thing. You plug this in, and then there's a little shelf that goes on top. What the heck? Isn't that random? I mean, how random is that? And then I saw Facebook really gets me. It's like there's all of these ads happening, and it's like they know me so well. They had this brilliant eye brightener, and the lady was putting it on, and she looked so beautiful and bright. I had to have it. And then there was this concealer that they put this concealer on, and the person looked like a different person. They were beautiful. But I accept my beauty, and I only have to use a little teeny tiny bit of this. So there you go. That is a little levity for you. Be gentle with yourselves, friends. We're tender, and we will get through this together. And as we each commit to doing this work together, that is going to really put a quickening on the healing of this in our lives. So I'm a yes, you're a yes. We're all a yes. Let us pray. So, turning our attention inward once again, I give thanks for the love that is here right now. And I know that there is so much love within me, and there is the same love that is within each individual. And it is love with a capital L that is also a synonym for God or spirit, divine, the thing itself, the universe, source energy, the truth, the force, Jesus, Buddha, Allah, whatever you call it. That is the thing. That is the energy that is in, through, and as each one of us. It has birthed us into existence for such a time as this. Just as it has birthed us into existence for such a time as this during the COVID-19 pandemic. And we have looked at ourselves and we have lifted ourselves up and done our part to move through that. Now we have the systemic racism that is bubbling up to be healed, and we will do our parts. We have been birthed into existence for such a time as this, and we are called to do the work. We are doing the work. We will do the work. I am committed to doing this work for all of humanity, for the generations to come. Oh, I'm so grateful for Spirit speaking to me and through me and touching my heart in this way that allows me to see. It allows me to accept responsibility for my part and to do the work that is necessary. And so I know that as I have found the courage to do this on my own, that each individual watching this right now or anytime also finds this courage. We can do this, and we do it. It should be second nature, and it is. It's not difficult. We've got each other, and we are in this together. And absolutely, while we are all in this same storm, we are not in the same boat. But that doesn't mean that we don't help each other. So we put our attention in this moment on the way that the people, the way that humanity pulled together during COVID-19. We are calling in that same energy and knowing that humanity, we are all together in this. We honor and recognize our brothers and sisters who are hurting, who have been experiencing this brutality for way too long. There's a healing that is necessary, and the healing begins with me, and the healing begins with each individual watching, whether it is as this live stream is happening or afterwards. Oh, I'm so grateful for the healing, and I can see a peace. I can see a world where we don't allow that anymore. I could see that. And I invite you to see that with me. And as you all see that, you will take the steps necessary. The universe opens up. It aligns with what we are tuning in and intending. And we allow that to be. And so we are courageous beings of light. We are the light workers, and we do the work. Metaphysicians, we are amazing, each one of us. And so I'm grateful for the yes. I can feel the power and the sense of that yes right now, and the shift that that is causing. And it is a blessing. So thank you, God. Thank you for showing us how we can all pull together, and we send our love out to all of the individuals and the businesses who are suffering now because of the rioting. We have so much love for all of them, and we are pulling them close and loving them and continuing our prayers for them as we do our work that we are called to do. Oh, and I'm also so grateful for these astronauts who were launched into space yesterday. First time in 9 years. And they landed today and docked successfully on the International Space Station. Humanity is transforming. We're moving into a new era, my friends. We are transforming. The whole entire world is transforming. And so, as a progressive universe, everything is constantly changing. We're constantly in motion, and we are on board with that transformation. I know and claim for myself that I am a yes to my transformation. I am ready. I accept the divine assignments that are given to me. I am a soul with a body. And so this soul has come here and been given an assignment. Like when you went to school and you were given an assignment, you didn't just not do the assignment. You know, we don't have our parents to tell us to do the assignment. We are called to do the assignment on our own. We're called by spirit. We're called by source energy. We're called by our brothers and sisters in love. And so thank you, God, for the courage and the willingness you have given to me and all of my friends and everyone to do this work. Thank you. I am so grateful for this. I'm so grateful for the healing that is just beginning. I'm grateful to be a part of this healing. I'm grateful to be a part of this community, and I'm grateful to be alive. I just take this moment to feel love and send my deep, abiding love out to George Floyd's family and all of the people of color in this world. And please hear me when I say I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And in gratitude and appreciation, I send this prayer out to the loving and creative action of the law where I know it is done. And so it is.
Magnificent. Incredible message. Let's do this. So as I listened, I had something else prepared, but I listened. And I'm going to shift and take a song that I had written as part of 25 songs I've written throughout this time of staying at home, about staying at home and what I've learned. This originally was how to care for a child. It's still appropriate as that, but we're going to say how to care for a world. So, it's not about should, it's not about don't, it's not about can't, and not about won't. It's not about rules, not about force, not about labels, not about divorce. It's all about love. It's all about love. It's all about love. That's how you care for a world It's not about good enough. It's not about shame. It's not about better than anyone else. Now that's a cruel game. It's not about punishments. It's not about abuse. It's not about my way. Now that's just an excuse. It's all about love. It's all about love. It's all about love, that's how you care for a world. It's all about hugs. It's all about laughs. It's all about listening. Now imagine that. It's all about attention. It's all about share. It's all about nature time and heartfelt care. It's all about love. It's all about love, love, love. It's all about giving it out and letting it in. It's all about love. It's all about love, love, love. Now that's the only way to care for a world. It's all about feelings. It's all about trust. All about telling it like it is. I say this because this is all about you. How you treat yourself, how you love you is the way you love anyone else. Yes, it's all about love. It's all about love, love, love. It's all about love. That's how you care. So put it in your hands. Give it out to all. Give a loving touch to the hearts and souls. That's our human call. It's all about love. It's all about love. It's all about love. That's how you care for our world. It's in your hands.
Woo! Yes.
Woo!
That was so perfect. Wow.
Amen.
Amen. Now,
Amen.
if we wanted to purchase a song like that, we go to.
Well, you can certainly go to my website, but those things are so new they haven't been recorded. But I do have video evidence that I wrote the song, and that is on either Facebook or YouTube, and that can be reached through Mark Stanton Welch, Music for Every Soul. I know it's a lot of words, but it has to be that way, as far as I can see. All right. So
Thank
check it
you.
out, and those things will be made available soon. But right now, you can get it. And thank
That
you
was
so much.
beautiful, Mark.
So beautiful. Thank you. We love you. It's so great to have you with us again.
Likewise.
All right, friends. So we're going to move into our offering time, and just want to thank you all for your generosity, and ask you to continue with your generosity. We accept donations of all kinds. There's no amount too small, and we're just so grateful. Because of you, we can continue to operate, and we can continue to bring you these live streams on Sundays and Wednesdays. And we're so looking forward to getting back to our building. Actually, we visited there on Wednesday or Thursday this week. Thursday, and we took a physically distanced photo, and we were wearing our masks, and we met in the garden. It was just so beautiful.
Shout out to Patty.
Yes, Patty Malone has been working so hard back there. If you're watching, Patty, thank you. Thank you. And so please, we have an offering affirmation. I invite you to please repeat after me. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift.
From the love
pure spirit within me, I bless this gift.
I send it forth to heal and bless and
I
prosper.
send it forth to heal and bless and prosper.
It is evidence of my faith and my belief.
It is evidence of my faith and my belief.
It does great work in the world
It does great work in the world
and returns to me multiplied
and
abundantly.
returns to me multiplied abundantly.
And so it
And
is.
so it is.
So, my friends, won't you know with me that you are never alone, that God is where you are right now and always. And all that you ever need do is to look within, and it is here you will find you are guided, sustained, directed, and inspired by a source that knows only good. Joyously let us make use of these gifts in all that we think, in all that we say, and in all that we do. And please repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening as me right now.
Something wonderful is happening as me right now.
It is this thing called life.
It is this thing called life.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my pocketbook.
Life is in my pocketbook.
Life is in my relationships.
Life is in my relationship.
I think it.
I think
I
it.
feel it.
I feel it.
I believe it.
I believe it.
I express it.
I express it.
I accept it.
I accept it.
Just the way that it is.
Just the way that it is.
And just the way that it is not.
And just the way that it is not.
Thank you, life.
Thank you, life.
Whoa, Travis is into it. Thank you, everybody. And we'll see you at on our Zoom call for coffee and conversation. And Gina's got links to donations. And if you have any questions, you can call us or email us. Blessings, beloveds. We're holding you close to our hearts. Thank you, Mark.
You're welcome. Thank you. I give a little love, I give a little light, comes back round and I feel all right. Ah, life is good. Ah, life is good. I give a little love and I give a little light. It comes back around and I feel all right. Ah, yeah, yeah. Life is good. Ah, life is good. I give a little love, I give a little light. It comes back around and I feel all right. Ah, life is good. Ah, life is good. Ah, life is good. Ah, life is good.
We love you.